Okay guys, so I'm going to do the TTC planning tag, and just as a heads up, my notes are over here on this side of the screen. I'm looking over here at myself on this side of the screen, so sorry if I'm looking everywhere. You guys know how that goes. I never look in the same direction. And I was tagged by Miss Sarah and Peter B. That's her YouTube name, and then her Instagram name is Sarah and Peter B TTC. I was just looking at her page, so I would say it right. Yep, just blew you up, Sarah. Hope you don't mind. Anyways, I will put her link below if you want to see her answers. She's hilarious. Like, I'm not kidding you. She makes me laugh out loud every single time I watch one of her videos. I love her. Like, I only met her on this community on YouTube, and I kind of feel like we're friends, even though, you know, we never met each other. But anyways, check her channel out, check her journey out, and especially this last video, because like I said, she's just hilarious, and she doesn't even try to be. It's just how she is. So I will begin, because there's quite a few questions. First question is, will you find out the gender? And I really think it'd be fun not to find out the gender, but I don't know if my husband's on board with that, and I don't know if I'm on board with that really, but I think it would be fun to try. Number 2, will you use a pacifier? And like I said, I just watched Sarah's, and so I'm kind of going off of hers because she mentioned that, you know, she wasn't really sure before, and I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not a mom yet. Like, I'll decide when the time comes. But I have watched, I do watch April Destiny TV. I actually started at 1 month using the pacifier because it helped prevent SIDS. So obviously, I mean, that's a really good reason to use a pacifier, and it kind of helps them learn to, you know, self-soothe. So that's also good. So I mean, I think we will. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to say any of these answers are set in stone, obviously, because I'm not pregnant. Do you have nursery ideas for number 3? I'm really one of those weird TTCers that hasn't really thought of nursery ideas. And it's not because I'm not excited to have a baby room. It's just one of those things I haven't really thought about. Number 4, are you the first, middle, or last of friends to TTC? And I would have to say, sadly, I really don't have a lot of friends outside of my family and my husband. So for that question, I mean, for friends that I have had, like, or that I do have, most of my friends already have at least 1 kid. So I'm kind of behind the game. I'm only 26, but most of my friends have kids. And like, my older sister has 3 kids, and she's 6 years older than me, but she had her first kid around my age, I believe. So I'm trying to get on the ball with that. Will you use hand-me-downs? Okay, so Sarah, I have to totally disagree with you on this one because I grew up with tons of siblings and we knew all about hand-me-downs. Okay, I'm just saying. We do the hand-me-down thing. Well, mostly also I would do hand-me-downs because, like I said, my sister has 3 kids and I have friends that have kids. Like, I do have quite a few friends or people in my life that have kids. So I'm all for hand-me-downs. Number 6, how close in age would you want your children? Probably within 2 to 3 years. 3 years being probably the farthest, but again, that's just what would you want. I have an older sister that's 6 years older than me and a little sister that's 6 years younger than me. Like, those are just my 2 closest siblings. That's not like my only sibling. So those are just the closest siblings I have. So we're close now, but when we were younger, we weren't as close because of our age gap. Will you make your own baby food? Number 7. I think that we will. I think I will attempt that because my sister has made, with her first one, she did it, but the second one, and probably, I'm not sure, my niece that was just born, she's only 4 months, so she's not really quite there, I don't think. But she made all of my nephews baby food, and it wasn't like she went out and bought a baby bullet that's really expensive or one of those really high-tech ones where you just cook the food or do however you follow the directions, and then you just put it all in there, grind it up. And what she did was she just bought ice cube trays because it's like the right size, like right serving size. She just bought some ice cube trays and she would just pour it in there, freeze it, and once it was frozen, she would just put it in Ziploc bags. And then it was kind of convenient, you know, all you should reach in, she had the right serving size, and there you go. So I think I'll try it. That'll be fun. Will you co-sleep? I'm going to insert a picture here. So that is a picture of what I really want. I got that idea from April Justin TV, but I've looked into it, and it's, it probably would replace a, what am I trying to say? Oh my gosh, what are those things called? Pack and play. Woo! So I really like the co-sleeper that I showed you guys there, because I just think it's neat. It attaches to your bed. Like, you can actually put it, connect it to your bed frame, and it's not going to like move around. It's just right there. So if you're breastfeeding, you just roll over, pick up the baby, do that, and then they're not actually in bed with you. Because I'm totally not for like, and again, I'm not a mom yet, so that could change. But like, I'm totally not really for my kids sleeping in the bed with us, just because I'm totally scared they're gonna get smashed or something, or I'm gonna suffocate them. Like, totally freaks me out. But with the co-sleeper, like, literally it's like, here's your bed, here's the co-sleeper, wherever, and it's attached to it, and it's right there, and it's not like you have to like, reach down inside, pick them up. It's kind of like there is a lip to it, but it's not like the whole, it's not like it doesn't go all the way up, so you can kind of just reach over. So I don't know, I kind of like the barrier between baby and parents, so they're not getting squished. Plus, that's not a good, I just feel like it's not a good habit to start, them sleeping in bed with you. Again, I'm not a parent, I'm not criticizing those that do it. That's just my pre-baby opinion. It could definitely change. I don't judge anyone for, what decisions they make. Will you use a stroller? Do you believe in strollers? Number 9. Kind of with Sarah on this one. Not sure why that's a question, but I will insert a picture of a stroller that I'm in love with right here. I'm in love with jogging strollers, or whatever people want to call them. And I really like this Chico one. I don't know, I'm probably mispronouncing that word, but I've always called it Chico, kind of like the city in California. It's probably totally wrong, but anyways, I think I like those better, because my husband's really big into running, and I love walking, not so much the running, but I do love to walk, and he likes to run, and I know that we're gonna want to be active, and that's a really good way to lose the baby weight anyways. So I think that the jogging stroller is practical for that. It might not be that same exact stroller I just showed you guys, but something along those lines I like. That looks like sturdy, durable, and it does its purpose. But I also want baby to be comfortable, so that's why I'm there. Maybe more research to come with that. Number 10, will you go back to work or stay at home? I would love to stay at home for a while, at least for a good while. I would love to stay at home now if I could, but I don't have an excuse to, so that's not happening. Number 11, how long will you let your newborn infant cry? I can't answer that one right now. I have no idea yet. 13, will you extend rear-facing car seats? I do think I will. I will do it as long as possible. Again, that's another thing where by the time I have a kid, they may have different, different types of research. So we'll see. I don't know. But I'm really for it. It doesn't hurt them. So it's, if anything, it's safer from what I have researched so far. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. That's one thing I'm terrified about, though, is picking up a car seat for my child. Duh! Talk about responsibility. I mean, not only are you bringing a kid into this world, but you have to be responsible for getting it the safest car seat that you can afford. Sorry. Will you breastfeed? If so, how long? Number 14. I definitely want to breastfeed. I just, I'm kind of on the same page with a lot of women. A lot of women want to breastfeed and it doesn't work out. So I'm just hoping that it's something that will work out for us. For me, my husband won't be doing that. 15, when will you introduce solids? Again, I don't know. I'm not concerned about this at this point. I'm not concerned about that. Like, that's not the thing on my checklist I need to mark off for research. I don't know. Well, we'll see when the time comes. They come up with new studies all the time. So by the time I do have a kid, most likely they're going to have another opinion formed. 16, when do you want, I can't read, sorry guys. 16, what do you want, a boy or a girl first? Well, can't talk. I've always said I wanted a boy first, because I'm really big into carrying on the family name, and I think that's just really, really neat, and doesn't want to have like the big brother to the little sister thing going on. Obviously, I don't care. I would, if I could get pregnant tomorrow, I would not care what if it was a boy or a girl. I wouldn't care if I had 5 girls. Okay, that's a lot of kids, but I'm just saying, like, if I never had a boy, it wouldn't break my heart at all. 17, do you have names picked out? We have tentatively decided on a boy and a girl name. It took us forever to agree on a girl name. And mainly it's just like the first names because we don't know what middle names we want yet. But we do have one girl name and one boy name picked out tentatively, but I'm not going to say them. I mean, if somebody else names their kid that I know, then I probably won't want to use it. But again, that's why I'm also not saying anything, because maybe if I don't talk about it, it'll be less likely to happen. I will say though, on that note, that we really, for at least for a boy, we really want, we'd really love a biblical name. Like, we think that'd be neat, or I would love that to happen. For girls, it's kind of harder to do biblical names because it's either they're really common or they're really, really, really not our era type of names that would be hard for a child to have, nor do we really like them. So, number 18, how many kids do you want? Well, we both agree that we would like more than one. However, I know that can change after you have your first kid. You never know. You might not be able to financially support more than one, or you might just decide that one is enough for you. I have 7 siblings between both sides of my families because my parents are divorced. So I have 7 siblings. He only has 1 brother. That being said, I definitely don't want to come up with 7 children. And then also, my mom had 5. That's crazy. 5 kids. Bless you, mother, because I don't know how you did it. Anyways, she still doesn't have an empty nest yet, and her oldest is 32. So that tells you something. But no, I really think anywhere between, well, obviously I'd be happy with 1 if that's all we ever had, but I think that we would like to have more than 1. I just don't know if we're really like, we must have an even, or it doesn't matter if it's an odd number, so we'll see. I don't really want the middle child thing going on, so probably not just like 3, maybe 2, I don't know. Let's see. Will you homeschool? So, okay, I can definitely say that yes, I have met some homeschooled children who, they just didn't have enough socialization. So I think it really depends on the manner in which they're homeschooled. But me personally, I don't think that I'm a homeschooler mother. Like, I don't think I would be doing it. And my husband wants to have a career, so I don't think that he would be doing it. As far as public and private, my husband would probably want them to go to private for at least part of I don't know, it's hard to say because I grew up going to public school all the way. Like preschool to high school, public school. I grew up in a smaller town, so that was more common. It wasn't so common to go to a private school because we didn't even have a private school. But my husband, he did a little bit of everything. He was homeschooled for a little bit, he went to private school for a little bit, and then he went to public school for a little bit. So we have a long ways to figure that out. But again, I'm kind of open, but it depends on where we end up living. Home or hospital birth? Hospital. Because going to the next question, number 21, planned C-section, epidural, or natural birth, I am totally up for an epidural, and I'm scared to death of all the things I hear, like, oh, you could be numbed for a long time, or whatever, like, things could go wrong, just like, obviously, a C-section could go wrong, but if you have to have it, it's an emergency one, you're going to do it. I was telling my husband, though, my last cycle, like, if you guys have been following my channel, you know that my last cycle, I had really, really bad ovulation pain. Like, it was the worst cramps I've ever had in my life, and I told my husband, I was like, cramped up in the fetal position in bed. I was like, if this is any indication of labor pains, get me the epidural. I was like, don't even hesitate. I don't care what I say. I don't think I'm ever going to be that mom, that wife, pregnant lady, whatever, that's like, whatever I say, do not give me an epidural. No way. Like, I'm totally going to be open to that because I don't want to, like, be too late and then be like, nope, you can't have an epidural. I'm like, no, I want the medication. Anyways, 22, will you drink while pregnant? I will not drink while I'm pregnant. I don't drink now, so that's a big thing. Is like, you know, they say like some wine, like some people say, oh, this, you know, some wine is okay while pregnant. Well, you know, that's fine and dandy. Like everyone to each his own. I don't care. But I don't drink now. Like it's very rare that my husband and I drink now, either of us. So I won't miss it. I don't need it. Nope. Won't drink while I'm pregnant. Will you cloth diaper? No. 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 No cloth diaper for me. I don't. Okay. Again, this can create controversy, and that's fine. You know, that's what these kind of tags are about. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Like, I get like, oh, it's better for the environment. We're safe. You know, we're not, you know, going through so many disposables. La la la. Like, I totally get that. I don't judge people doing it, and I also know like, oh yeah, they have really cute patterns on the covers, but no, no. First of all, I don't think that my husband could even stomach that. He doesn't even like slobber from our niece. So expecting any help out of him, and he does do laundry now, so expecting any help out of him with cleaning those things, I don't think so. Like that's never going to happen. I don't want to deal with it either. I can't even. No, I don't know. That's something that I really think that I'm 99.9999999% sure that I am not ever going to change my mind about. But I totally am not judgmental or could care less. Oh, sorry. If, you know, other people do it, like to each his own, like I say. Last one, 24. If you have a son, will you circumcise him? Well, let's just say my husband and I are not on the same page with that. So that'll definitely have to be one of those things where it's probably going to be like the kid is born and they're like, we need you to make a decision. Yeah, I don't know. Because to me, growing up, that sounds weird, but to me, like where I'm from, like I grew up thinking it was normal for men to be circumcised. So I don't know. My husband and I aren't really on the same page with that. That is it. I am definitely going to tag some ladies here. Let me just think about this for a second. I am tagging Baby Maybe, Shark Baby, and Maddie B. I don't know if you guys have already done one of these, but if you haven't, please indulge us with your presence for this tag. So I will link Baby Baby, Shark Baby, and Maddie B's channels below. You should definitely check them out and follow their journey. They're all amazing women who are not giving up on this journey of TTC or infertility, depending on their stories. So I love them all. You guys should check them out. They're great people. So yes, that's all I have, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.